Hi, this is Melissa Lowson with Pretty Dangerous Badass Ladies of Jiu Jitsu, and we are with Samantha Rider. So Sam, tell us a little bit about your school, your rank, your gym.
I've been training with Gracie Baja Oviedo for about 10 years now. I started in 2008. I'm a 4th degree brown belt under Todd Broadway and Steven Silva. Yeah, I've been with them from the start. It's my home. I do like to cross train with other gyms, but that's where I've been from day one.
With us sometimes. How did you find jiu-jitsu, or how did jiu-jitsu find you?
Oh my gosh, it's such a silly story. I was 18 and grumpy. I was a really emotional kid, and I needed an outlet. And I started looking at martial arts because I'd always wanted to do martial arts, but I was really shy. And I finally was just kind of at that point where I didn't care. So I started Googling what martial arts would be effective for a small female. Because when I started, I was like 110 pounds. And I kept finding Krav Maga and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And so I like YouTube Jiu-Jitsu, and I was like, that looks cool. I Google mapped it. I found my academy and just walked in. And it just so happened that I found a great academy. Because now that I've been training as long as I have, and I've seen a lot of different gyms, I was like, it was such luck that I found the gym that I found, because it really is like the perfect environment for me. So I Google mapped it, and it just and it was just like I won the lottery. I found the perfect spot for me. It's so funny.
What impact has jiu-jitsu had on your life?
It reshaped everything when I started training. I wasn't looking for anything that was going to be a lifestyle or a lifelong hobby. I just knew that I wanted an outlet, and I knew that I was interested in martial arts. And after my first class, I signed up for the year contract. I knew I loved it, and it changed my college major. I was initially a theater kid. I was going to study theater. I went to sport and exercise science. I'm currently a personal trainer. It changed the way that I view and treat my body. It changed the kind of people that I have in my life. I mean, I went from a really meek, frustrated, kind of directionless kid to hyper-focused on my health, my goals, and having people around me that would push me. It completely shaped the person that I am today. I did not expect it.
Nice. What's been your most memorable jiu-jitsu moment?
Oh God. Oh, that's really hard.
One that sticks out in your head.
That sticks out in my head. Probably, it was probably one of my favorite moments, because it was a tournament that I went to where everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. I had trouble getting there. I had like one fight that kept getting confused because like we had to move someone from a different division, and some reps were saying it was okay and some reps were saying it wasn't, and there was lots of running around and confusion and stress on me. And the whole time, Todd, my professor, he stayed with me the whole time at my shoulder, keeping me calm, and going with me to refs to figure out rules, all this. The whole time I had my team with me, kind of joking with me, helping me out. And when we finally got the match confirmed and it was finally good to go, I had a female cut Atama gi that was my tournament gi. We finally get going, and they go to measure the sleeve, and it's too short right here. So after all of this madness trying to get me this fight, we go to get started, and he tells me that my gi is too small and I have to go get a new one or I'm DQ'd. And this was the first tournament in my entire life that I did not bring a second gi to, because I was moving and didn't have access to stuff. And so I finally lost my cool, and I was like, why is everything not working today? And like everybody that was with me just scattered to find me a gi. My coach stayed with me and was like, chill. All my friends went. We found a male teammate of mine who wears an A2. I wear an A0. We threw the A2 on, we ran into the match. Everything was a total mess, and right before I walked on, my coach just grabbed me and he said, okay, that was really annoying, and now it's done. So now you're gonna go fight, and everything's fine. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. And I went, and I didn't win, but I did well, and all my teammates kind of expected me to be frustrated because I just lost. And I stepped off the mat, and I was just like, I love you guys so much, because it was just such a terrible, like, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And nobody was even frustrated. They were just like, all right, we got you. We're going to handle this for you. You go fight. And everybody did what they could to get me where I needed to be. And I was just like, this is why I do this. It wasn't to win a fight.
It's a good team, man.
Yeah, it was my people. And I was just like, I don't even care that I lost. You guys are awesome.
What are your views on competition?
I think that competition can be a really good thing. I don't think it's for everybody. I don't think it has to be for everybody. If it's not appealing and it just gives you nothing but negative feelings, don't force yourself to do it. I think if you're interested at all, you should go do one. because why not? You have nothing to lose. As long as you're smart, you tap when you should. But I think if you're training jiu-jitsu for self-defense, a tournament is pretty much as close as you can get to performing under that level of pressure. So even if you're not concerned with winning medals, you should go and you should feel that pressure. And if you're concerned with having the best game that you can have, again, the pressure. It's very different to fight in an unfamiliar setting against somebody who's going 100% than it is in your gym. So if you want to be the best, if you want to know that you have a solid self-defense game, I think you're shortchanging yourself if you don't do it. But I have seen people where it becomes a negative. It just becomes a stressor and it's not fun anymore and it ruins their love of the sport. So if you can do it and you can become stronger for it and have it help you, never stop. If it's ruining the love for you, maybe take a break and reevaluate some things. But I don't think it's for everybody, but I think it's for more people than try it. I think people talk themselves out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because they're like, well, I have to win. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah, just go do it. I don't win a lot.
What are your long-term plans for jiu-jitsu?
I want to be training as long as my body works. My main thing is my longevity. My favorite thing about jiu-jitsu is facilitating learning. From the start, I've always really enjoyed teaching because I was a very slow learner. So I really like being able to help newer students, especially female students, because we do fight differently. And I was the only female in my gym for a long time, so I kind of get where sometimes there's a bit of a gap. So I want to keep training. I want to compete when I can, because I'm not a professional competitor. That's not a long-term goal, but it's something that I think makes me better, and it's fun for me, and it helps me feel more involved with my team. But my main focus is just on developing a game that is not only good for me, but that I can pass on to other people, because I want to always be a facilitator.
Nice. What's your favorite aspect of jiu-jitsu?
Oh, God. I think it really is the effect that it has on things outside of the gym. Like I was saying earlier, where it changed everything about my life. It really drilled the concept into me of just not accepting things that you don't like. If you're in an uncomfortable position in jiu-jitsu, get out of it. It's on you. If something is stressful or bad, or you want something, you want a submission, you have to make it happen for yourself. Nobody's going to let you do those things. And those concepts bled over into my actual life very much, as far as work stuff, people stuff, life stuff. If I want this thing, I have to make it happen. And if I don't like where I am, I have to stand up. I think that's probably my favorite aspect of it, is it makes you a stronger person.
Outside of the gym.
Oh, yeah.
If you could change anything about jiu-jitsu, what would it be?
Oh, God.
I only ask the hard ones.
That's really hard. If I could change anything about jiu-jitsu, I would make it where whenever I had free time, there was a class going on. So I never had to worry about syncing up my life with being able to make class times, because it is a sport that's very hard to do by yourself. But that's when you buy mats for your house.
Yes. And you learn solo drills, or you
get
a significant other that trains too.
I mean, that's helpful.
That helps.
That's helpful. I can't think of a real thing I would change.
Tell me something about Sammy off the mats, if there is a Sammy off the mats.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm the exact same person in the gym as I am out. I'm just a goof and obnoxious. I think something that some of my friends have told me that met me in the gym that they thought was kind of funny is I am very soft. Like, I'm a very soft, playful, kind of passive-y person, where I'm just oh, whatever, and I'm very if I see a kitten, I get emotional about it. I'm that person where I'm watching a Disney movie and I'm silently crying, and they're like, we met you where you were dropping your shoulder into our face and explaining to us how this is fine, toughen up, but then I have feelings about everything. And to me, I'm you didn't know that? I think it's obvious. But I've had people tell me that met me in the gym that they think it's kind of funny that there's a bit of a dichotomy.
There's a different Sammy outside.
Yeah, I'm a softie.
You're a softie? I can't picture that.
I'm a delicate flower.
Well, if you're ever in the area, she's over in Gracie Baja.
Gracie Baja Oviedo. We're on Alafeo, really close to the UCF campus.
Yeah, come roll with her. She's awesome. She's a fun roll. This was Pretty Dangerous Badass Ladies of Jiu Jitsu with Sammy Rider. Bye, guys.